Let's be honest, guys. Most business owners don't really know what their cost price is. They guess, they round off, they go with what feels right, and then they wonder why they're not making enough in their business. And the truth is, not knowing your numbers can actually break your business before it even makes it. So let me give you guys a breakdown of how you can master your cost price, because let's face it, it is a skill that every entrepreneur must know in order to build and grow their business. So are you ready to build that confidence? Assalamualaikum guys, this is your girl Fatima, the founder and CEO of Apparels by FM, a modest fashion brand woven into your everyday, and also the co-founder of the Henna Sisters, a henna studio that I run with my younger sister. And welcome back to Entrepreneur Diaries, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the dirty here. And today's topic is a little bit on the dirtier side because a lot of the times, a lot of business owners or entrepreneurs, they don't really give any thought into this, but it is one of the most major things or most major skills to understand to be able to run and grow your business effectively. Now, if you guys are ready to build that confidence, let's get on with this video. Let's start with the basics. A common mistake that a lot of business owners or entrepreneurs make when they are actually analyzing their cost price for their product, they look at their competitors, they look at what's working in the market, and then they price it according to whatever they see or whatever they feel right. Now, I want you guys to go grab a pen and a paper or open an Excel sheet or a notepad or whatever you want so you can write down this formula that I use for actually determining what my product costs are to be able to have a proper product price that I know is going to be good for the business. The first thing you're going to include is going to be your product price. It's going to be the manufacturing of the product. It could be the fabric that you use. It could be whatever product you're getting made. You should have a price from your manufacturer or your distributor or whoever you get it from. You should have that price. You're going to add your shipping and delivery cost to that. Now, this shipping and delivery cost is not going to be the shipping and delivery that you do to the customer, but the shipping and delivery that you got the product by. So include your customs, any duties that you paid, and the shipping costs that the manufacturer actually asked you to pay in order for you to get that product. That is the shipping and delivery that we are going to be including. The third thing, I want you to add any of your packaging costs. Now, for the packaging costs, there's another very small formula that you can actually use. You're basically going to be dividing your number of products divided by the number of packaging items that you have to get your packaging cost. And then to that, you are going to add your labor costs or any time costs that you have for yourself. If you want to give yourself $5 per hour, just add that $5 per hour. If you want to give yourself $10 per hour, you can give them $10 per hour. I'll give you an example, like for our Sukoon collection, because my mom helps me stitch that, I usually pay her according to the size of the prayer cover and the time that it usually takes. So every size has a different payout that I give her. So you can also have like your time or labor costs according to how big or how small the material is that you're working on. And then the last thing you're going to add is going to be your platform or your website cost. Once you add all these 5 costs, you are going to get your first tentative product price. Now, this is still not the product price that you are actually going to be putting onto your product and the customer is going to see it. We still need to calculate our margins. Now, how are we going to calculate our margins? So here's how you're going to calculate it. You're going to take the first product tentative pricing that we just calculated with all the 5 items. You're going to multiply that by either 3 times or 4 times. So for example, let's say our first product tentative price is $5. We're going to multiply $5 into 3 for a 3 times profit margin, or $5 into 4 for a 4 times profit margin. And then we will basically get our actual price that we are going to be pricing the product with. Now, why do we actually incur all these costs? Again, is because you need profit in order to grow your business. You're going to have all these different costs. You're going to have marketing costs. You're going to need to do booths. You're going to need to do different things. You're going to want to bring in new collections, new products. Where are you going to get all that money from? That money is going to be generated basically from the 3 times or 4 times margin that you just put onto your product price. And why do I say 3 times or 4 times is cozy? Is because a lot of business owners usually only give themselves a leverage of 0.5 to 2% of product margins, or the ones that are sneaky or the ones that you see overpricing their products, they usually go up to 7 times the profit margin. You have to be able to find a sweet spot where you are comfortable and the customer is also comfortable paying for whatever you are charging them for. Now, every product does look different. You can price your products a different way if you want to, according to whatever industry you're in. But this has worked really well for me once I've understood my numbers and stuff for the modest fashion industry. Another very big and very common mistake that business owners make is they do not have fixed pricing, meaning that their price differs according to each customer. Why? Why is your product differing according to each customer? Your product price should be the same for everyone. Yes, the reason why you're putting in those margins, it's not just for you to be able to make that profit to grow your business, but also when you want to put on sales or you want to give exclusives to your email subscribers, to your IG channel subscribers, or anyone who you really want to give a discount to, you can make a discount code and still be in a good spot to be able to make profit to grow your business. But your product price should be fixed. If your product price, let's say on your barcode, it's $5. A lot of the times what I see business owners doing is, for you, it's $5. For you, okay, I'll give it to you for $3. I'll give it to you for $4. What is happening here? Why? When you sit down to do your finances, do your books, that's when these business owners are like, oh, I don't even know how much money I made. Oh, I don't know whatever is in the bank account. If you don't know what you made, why you did that price, why that customer got a discount, how are you going to explain this to your accountant, or how are you going to keep yourself accountable of what money is coming in to the business and what money is going out to the business? And also for the customer, it's not good. Because let's say there's like 3 customers and you gave them 3 different prices. When you are giving 3 different prices for the same product to 3 different customers, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. Because everything that you do, every action, if it's not streamlined, you're not going to be able to build the trust with the customer. So it's very important for you to be able to build that trust with the customer, be confident, and where is all that going to come from? When you have streamlined everything, that includes your product cost as well. If you say the product cost is $5, it's $5 for every single customer until and unless you have a special discount. Now the discounts can be different. If you have like a deal going on, like the customer buys $70 worth of product, they'll get this $5 product for free. That's a different story. That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about why you give different prices to different customers. I hope that helps you guys a lot. Here's another reason why I say having nominal prices is very important for you, especially as a Muslim business owner, because business is a form of worship. I don't know if you guys understand this or not, but business is actually a form of worship, because you're putting in your time, you're putting in your efforts, you're going out of your way to solve a problem for your community and give them a solution. Everything is a worship. Everything is being done for the sake of Allah, with tawakkul on Allah. So when that's the case, you want to make sure that your income that you are making from that product or from that business is also halal, which means that you should not go out of your way and overcharge the customer specifically if you know that that product does not cost that much. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this on me, and that is okay. Because again, business is about serving your community. Yes, you make a profit and make a living out of it, but please do not go out of your way to either overcharge for the product or undercharge for the product. Both are not correct. You need to be able to find a middle ground, give the customer a nominal price, and be able to serve them with utmost confidence, respect, humility, and actually make them feel good so they can come back and become returning customers. So if you guys take one thing from this episode, I want it to be for you to be able to understand your numbers, know what's going into your product price and what isn't, know what your profit margins are going to be, not overpricing or underpricing yourself or your products, so you and your customer both can feel confident and comfortable buying and selling your products. Because the key to barakah in business, guys, isn't just working hard, it's working smarter with intention and tawakkul. Let me know down in the comments if this helped you guys in any way possible or how you guys do your product pricing as well. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We will be back next week, inshallah, with another podcast episode for Entrepreneur Diaries. And until next time, guys. Assalamualaikum.